Poison girls, hello. You want to believe something? Yeah, I know you do. Huh? I still can't figure out this blasted oven. I don't know what it's on, but I think it's on like 670 or something like that. I don't know, 370, but I can't figure out the hour and all that other jazz. But anyway, uh, okay. One more thing. One more thing. One more thing. Forgot about this, boys and girls. I'm making a shoulder pork piece of meat, like a so my first time. So I just want to cook something. I'm putting it in my oven because I'm suffering with exhaustion, and I'm not going to use the whole pack because I only bought a small box, and I'm being very protective of my nickels and dimes. Okay, so what I am going to do, I should have done it in the bowl that I actually mixed all of the spices up, but I'm just gonna do a little bit of rubbing and just make sure it gets in there. That's all I'm gonna do. So I have some my meat, potatoes, onion. I forgot about garlic. I'm gonna throw a little bit of garlic in there. I'm actually starving. I don't know if I'm starving, but I'm not feeling too well. I think I need to eat. But I'm just gonna toss everything in the pot. In the pot. So now I'm missing something. Okay. My washed potatoes. Washed potatoes. So I'm just gonna throw that in there like that. I don't have any foil or a top or anything to go in my oven. I'm hoping that this will cook and give me some moisture and all that other jazz, but it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna put some of my little bit of love on top of there from the meat. There you go. See, see, see. Maybe I should just put that whole. Yeah, I need to now. Just throw the whole thing in there. Now I don't think that oven is on anymore. It took me about maybe 30 minutes to get it on a couple days ago. Nope, it's actually off. I'm sick of this freaking. I don't want to ask anybody because I feel bad to show me how to do the oven and no one's here. I would have to knock on somebody's door. So, and I know I say ask for help and stuff, but who's gonna believe a person doesn't know how to use this type of stove? So it is what it is. I'm gonna keep trying though. Boys and girls, I invite you to come on over and have some of this yum yum. Now, I don't know if it's allowed because I never cooked the meat before, but I do. Oh, it's on. Wait, the light is on. Oh, wow. I have to get something to protect the bottom of the oven just in case, but you may have noticed I used a frying pan in the oven. That's because I don't have an oven, a pan yet, other than that little thin one, and I don't know if it's gonna spill over or anything like that. So, um, I will see you in a short while. In this bowl, oh, good Jesus! Oh my goodness! You know I'm never gonna make it to TV. Nobody's gonna pick me up. Anyway, I'm putting some lemon juice in there, just a few squeezes in there. I have a little bit of cold water in there with a little salt, and this is my entire bag of pork shoulder. So I'm gonna leave it in here for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna get in there and take care of it, and then I'm going to season every one. I'm going to use oregano, parsley, garlic, a touch of salt, and different seasonings in each bag. Now, maybe one or two is going to go in each bag, but I think maybe one is going to go in each bag since it's only me. And I'm going to use basic seasonings like the the paprika and stuff in all of the bags, and then each little couple of bags I'm going to shake in different, so that I don't grow tired of having the actual the meal. So that's what my plan is, and I will come back later. I actually think I need to cut a chunk of that daggone cheese because I'm not feeling well. Anyway, I'm going to look and see if I can find another one of these that I can have delivered to my home so that I can have another one on hand. I'm hoping that I like it, but it's in the oven and it's smelling good. So I shall be back with you soon. What else came out of the bowl? I'm just happy to see that that's inside of the drainer. But I know a lot of people don't clean their meat, and it's okay. No wrong, no right. But just in case you wanted to see what goes in a pot that you don't clean your meat, just in case. I was watching a video a while ago, and this woman said to help her in her storage and all this other stuff in her freezer, she uses bins to put her meat in, and it's easier for her to get it in and out of the deep freezer. So what I actually did today is I filled about three different buckets with not this one, larger ones with meat. So now I have packed up my meat, and as you can tell, it's already seasoned. It's going in my freezer, and I'm going to be able to take it out and put it inside of my my oven when it's time for me to eat. But boys and girls, do you know how happy I am? Look what I found! Reynolds wrap. So now I have some for my meat. That is sizzling up nicely. Well, time for your girl to put this meat up and then sit down. But guess what? I have to do these 9 things of eggs. Boys and girls, y'all know I am horrible. These eggs were 99 cents, and this I think was maybe $1 and some change. I eat lots of eggs. I eat lots of eggs, so I have to put those away. But I wanted to get some sausage and make some egg bites and those type of things. So I'm gonna put them in my refrigerator. But oh my goodness, I'm trying not to load my videos now because I'm trying to keep myself on a program that I put myself on. But I need to air this one now so you can tell me if I can leave that out all night, because I don't know. And I know I can go to Google and find out. Don't think I don't know that. But what I do know is I trust you before I trust what? There you go. Anyway, we'll be back. I have to rest. Boys and girls, you want to know what I like about this stove? The oven is on and the stove is cold. But what I don't like about this stove is that when I cook on this, it takes like 40 minutes for it to start. But I'm going to see if I can take it out and put a chunk of my lover in there. I know my boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. So let's pull this out. Woo! Mm. Mm. Be careful. Okay, let me do this first. That's what I was using for my top. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Mm. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of moving and shaking so it could get some juicy around it, because I don't want any dry meat. You understand what I'm saying? So it was my little bit of, it's my man right there, boys and girls. Mm-hmm. Never disappoint. Never disappoint. Now I'm just gonna. Ooh, look at all that liquid. I want my ooh, oh, they have mercy. Look at that. I am gonna taste a little bit of my my juicy juice in there. Now, if it wasn't a lot cooked in there, I would not taste this. Trust me, I wouldn't. Woo! Ow! Woo! That tastes good. All right, I don't have to do anything to that. I will need another. Nothing needs to go in there. But instead of using this raggedy top, I'm gonna use my foil. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. I am accident prone. Y'all already know that. Just want to get that in there like that. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Woo, I cannot wait. I'm going to sit my tail down, boys and girls. I am exhausted. And I need to stop saying I'm exhausted and don't sit down. I'm trying to wash the dishes and everything so that when I go to bed, I could just conk out. Because, boys and girls, when I be laying down sometimes, woo, Lord, I am so thankful. But I did a search of my medication, and my bladder medicine for my overactive bladder has a side effect of causing me to be dizzy. So that is one of the reasons that I am not able to stand at the stove. But I took out some mixed vegetables so I could add that to my meal. But I'm gonna put that in there right now. I have to do the ribs. I have to do the ribs, and I don't want to put off the ribs because I just have to get done what I have to get done. You understand? Ooh, that looks hot. Oh, okay, the pan was just there. Okay, well, I will come back in a few minutes. Your girl is about to make a loving cup of tea, and treat myself with some kindness, boys and girls, because oh no, you wouldn't believe what I had to do though. I had to put some of my tea in this cabinet to keep me from having to keep going back and forth to the other one. I don't have a problem with that. And if you're wondering why this is still here, I'm trying to take this with me to the store when I go back to get my next pork shoulder. I kid you not. I cannot wait until I tell you. I'm kind of thinking if I'm going to tell you what I did to my shopping list to get me where. No. Anyway, bye. No, I did not take anything out the store that did not belong to me. No, I did not rob anyone. No, I did not do anything wrong. It's just I used a little bit of artificial intelligence to help me make my shopping list, and that's it. And I just was going to say it, but I'm not going to say it because I'm trying not to be chatting too much. Oh my goodness, boys and girls, I have no idea if this is done. Whew, I was resting for a little while. I don't know if you can see it, but it's going back in the oven. Absolutely. Doesn't look like it doesn't look appetizing enough like it's done. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's done. And I tell you no lie, boys and girls, I do not feel like making any vegetables. No, I don't. I am ready to eat. Girl is ready to eat. Ooh. Mm. I'm gonna have some cucumber, some of this. Ooh! I'm actually too tired to be messing around. So I'm just gonna have me a little bit of this beautiful concoction. Look at those peppers and those onions, boys and girls. Oh. Boys and girls, when I tell you I am tired, I am tired. But guess what, boys and girls? I put a piece of this in my mouth. This is pepper. This is pepper. I absolutely love this. This is delightful. Oh wait. I have to check and make sure that's all up. There is no hot sauce going on here. I haven't had potatoes in so long. Look at that onion. Look at that pepper. Look at that. Look at that. I have a feeling that I should have thrown the mixed vegetables in the same pan. I didn't even think about that. Ooh. Oh my goodness, every drop. I'm trying to let it cool just a little bit. I remember the days when I wouldn't eat a pepper. Wow. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit of what I have been doing. I've been trying to get my needs in order, like soap, cleaning, those type of things. But I don't need too much laundry detergent and stuff like that. But it still doesn't matter. I'm going to make sure I use it on a regular basis, that type of thing. So because I have Walmart Plus, and I also am in Walmart Plus group and other frugal groups, there are a lot of people asking questions, leaving comments, things like that. So some of the people are upset because of the size of the order. They're telling other drivers if the order has more than 35 items, you don't deliver it, and things like that. So I had one person cancel my order, and when I had that order canceled, I asked why, because I was downstairs waiting, and they canceled the order, but I did the math already. I did the math already for the location that does the delivery to my house. And when I'm doing an order that does not need to be delivered, I choose shipping. And then say I want a pack of chicken, but I'm getting mostly non-perishable items, I will take the chicken out and have the order shipped. But I recently sat down and I realized that my order needs to be to the smallest it can be, to where I can get my delivery and then I will have a better chance of having someone deliver it. So I've had nothing but kindness since I've done that. Plus, there are people in the group that say they wait outside the store parking lot at 6 o'clock in the morning for the first order so they can get the orders in without having to wait late. They can go home, whatever the case may be. So I try to put in my order, say at night, and then have it for the next day early in the morning. I've had no problems with that. Absolutely none. Today, I did 2 deliveries. I did one to be delivered at 11 and another one to be delivered at 1. And then I have another delivery that's coming by mail tomorrow. And that way, they will have only 1 or 2 bags. And if they have a few trips, which usually they do, you can look at the map and it shows they have more than 1 trip. My order is along the way. And this street here leads you right back to Walmart. So when I'm ordering to be delivered to my house, cold items, I deliver from a different Walmart than the ones I'm ordering that are going to be shipped. I can't figure it out, but I figured it out. So I've had very nice delivery people that were kind. Like today, I put a pack of greeting cards, a sock, and something else in a bag, and gave it to the driver. The next delivery person came upstairs and delivered it. I said, do not. I didn't want it to be handed to me. I said, leave it at my door. But the first one, I said, leave it at my door. He called me to let me know he was downstairs. I said, okay. I said, I do believe it says leave at the front door. I said, so I'll be down in a short while. Thank you. And I went down and I had the card and everything, cards. And he was there. So I gave it to him. He says, this for me? I said, yes, it is. I said, have a nice day. And then I went into the building and then just came right upstairs. But I had a 10-pound pack of chicken, and then I had some soap and stuff like that I have right there. But I'm making sure I don't have any water and all that other. I'm not doing that. That's just ridiculous. For me, only me. I said I will go up the block if I have to and get a case of water. But if I have barely anything in there, I would throw the water in there. But I'm not going to throw the water in there, the chicken in there, and all the other stuff. I'm not doing that. And one thing that I was thankful for, which I never knew was even possible, is that you can get soap. And I didn't know that before, so I'm going to show you one of my soaps. I'm going to show you 2 of my soaps. Now, I had no idea that this was the size of the soap. I just put it in my cart, and this I got. So I love that. Now, I looked at, now I'm not sure if it's soft soap or if it's a different one that is equivalent to soft soap. But I turned the bottle around and I checked the ingredients for the soap, the hand soap and body wash, and they were the same. It was only 2 difference in the thing, but when I did research it, it was the same. So this was, whatever brand it was a hand soap, ended up in my bathtub. And my neighbor in my other location, she had a hand soap and she researched it, and it turned out that it had the same ingredients. She used it to wash her dishes. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, soft soap is one of the soaps she uses to wash her dishes. Let's get another piece of this up. So now, oh, I was so happy. happy to see that I was able to get this. I was so happy. So, and if I didn't say it, I meant my over the counter card. Not I used cash to buy my food, and this was my over the counter card. Now, I used to use the peppermint one, and it burned my skin. So I said when I take my shower, I'm gonna try this one here. I don't like lavender in the morning, but I have no problem with lavender at night. I didn't even try it yet. But this is not a $5 soap, so make it last, make it last. But and I was on Walmart Plus today, looking for the looking through the items after I had already placed my order, just randomly, just scrolling, and Lord have mercy, are they not blessing people, allowing you to get underarm deodorant? I cannot imagine how it took so long for stuff like that. You understand? Some cards don't allow it, some do. So like I can't get diapers. I don't think I can get wipes, but someone else may be able to get diapers and wipes and stuff like that. So you know what? You understand? Whew. I do not like lavender in the morning, so I am gonna have to put this on the side somewhere for the night. But this is beautiful. I love this brand of soap. If I'm not mistaken, I can wash dishes with it. No, I'm gonna take this to my bed. I'm gonna put a little binocular thing on my phone. I'm gonna look for it and make sure that's not the one. No, this is not the one. I'm trying to. I'm gonna make sure. I'm not playing the sandbox like that. But I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I didn't mention it. No, we're not doing that. But anyway, this meal right here is it's fantastic. I am so proud of myself, boys and girls. I had to fight my tears so much today because, you know, dealing with whatever I deal with, sometimes it's hard to get through the day. So I am so excited, boys and girls. Let me see if I can show you. A few months ago, I believe it was June. Now I don't know how this keeps happening, so we're gonna. Someone did show me how to take it off. Flashlight is on. I think that's how you take it off. Yeah. Okay. About maybe June, I was looking for a where's my pictures? Pictures. Stay right there. Don't you even think of moving to that exit sign. No exit sign. Oh, I don't have it anymore. Shoot. Maybe I do. Oh, I wasn't trying to show you this, but that's my chicken that's in the bucket. The other bucket that I put up. But let me delete that. I was trying to do something in the group, a fruit group that we're in. Let me see something. No, that's all right. That's too much information. Let's delete that just to make sure we don't make a mistake. Let's delete that. No, there are no none of those type of pictures in my phone. So don't wonder. I'm trying to show you something that may not be here. I know I have some there's a thing in here somewhere. I found it the other day. So there's a place where some photos are. I tried to delete it and I can't, but like all of those, I'm trying to delete them, but I don't know how. When I try, it doesn't go nowhere. It goes into storage, and I'm like, oh my goodness, can you give me back my pictures, please? Throw them in the garbage or something. I'm trying and I can't get it. So and now it's saying my storage is 91%. I don't know how to delete this foolishness here. But I'm trying to find something to show you. I keep going into the pictures, but let me go into there and see if it's there. Every time I click into this, okay, let's see if it's in here. when I tell you I wasn't even able to function, I was so excited. But from about June, now I have all of these pictures. Let me see if they let me delete today. No. Okay, let's turn off some of this stuff and see if that'll help me. I don't know how to delete it. I can't delete any of these pictures, and I need to delete so I can get some space on my phone. This is random. This is garbage. Anyway, in June, I was looking for the counter that you put right here when you stand up and you want to chop your vegetables. Right here, there's sometimes they have storage for like pots and stuff. I forgot what they call, island. So I had about two different ones in my shopping cart for my sample for me to get. Now my sample can only be chosen on one day of the month, and it's the same day regardless. So by the time it was time for me to get it, they were gone already. But yesterday, someone called and asked me a question or whatever the case may be. So I tried to stay up for midnight because in my samples I had a beautiful chair that I wanted for myself, and the chair retailed 700 and change. So I'm like, I want that chair. And then I was gonna get rid of, maybe something else, move my bed or whatever the case may be. So I was exhausted. When I say exhausted, there was no way I was gonna function. If I had to pee, I was gonna pee in my bed. It was no way I was gonna get up. I was done. So I went to bed somewhere, maybe let's say around 8 o'clock, 9, let's say 8. And I thought I would be up at midnight to grab my sample. So I wasn't. I woke up at 2. And when I woke up at 2 and I saw what time it was, I realized that whatever it was I was trying to get, it was gone. So I stood up out of my bed and I just put my hands in the air and I did my little thing and whatever. Then I went to take care of my personals in the bathroom. And then I went and I sat at the computer and I said, whatever's for me will be for me. Whatever is not for me will not be for me. And that's it. There's not going to be any complaining, any whining, none of that. And I had to do that for myself before I went to see if any of the 4 items in the shopping cart was there. None of them were available. So then I sat there for a few minutes and I said, I'm not going to wait till tomorrow or the next day and look for what it is I'm looking for. I'm going to look for it today. But then I said, first, let me look and see the bedding. So I looked to see the bedding, but they had a beautiful twin size, extra large twin, and I wanted it, but I want it for my craft room, but I'm not ready for it yet. So I said I'm not going to get something that I'm not ready for. That's just that's greed and this selfishness. So I left it, but yes, it was beautiful. And then I went on and looked, and I said okay, and I started thinking about some keywords and started putting them in. I ended up with one thing. I'm like, okay, straight to the cash out. Got it. I'm like, okay, that's nice. Then something else came, and I said, okay, like that, knock it out. And I forgot what that item was. I forgot what that was. But then I went to kitchen. I said I need something for the kitchen, but I knew what I needed was some pans to go into my oven. So as soon as I said I went to the kitchen and it popped up, it was a whole lot of plate sets, like 12, 14, 16, whatever, for like big, large family. So I saw the pans, 3 pans, whatever. I said, I don't care what size they are, they're mine. So I took it straight to the cash out, and I just took the item. And then I went to the next page over, which was the kitchen, and I saw this beautiful island. And I did not want particle wood. I did not want that wood that you slip a little drip of water and it swell and it turned garbage. So I found this, and I saw the review, and it said, if I'm not mistaken, 2 of the reviews were reviews from crafters that were so excited to have it because of the storage and everything. So I said, oh my goodness. And at that point, I could tell the top was wood. So I said, this is definitely not what I want, but I'm dang on sure not going to leave it. Not with all of this storage. So I just ran it straight to the cash out. It went through, and then I went back to read the comments, and it was definitely if I'm remembering correctly, it was two crafters. So you still want somebody happy? I was like, mm-mm. I was like, mm-mm. So I was happy. I said, oh my goodness. So now in the reviews, it stated that it took them about two and a half hours to put it together. I'm trying to figure out who's putting that sucker together, because I don't have anybody here to put it together. I don't. So I said, is it gonna be one of those days where I can sit on the floor and just glue it like I did that wall unit before? Honey, go in your house, please. So I am so. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, this is good. Oh, I cannot believe I made this. So I'm so happy to get to shelf. Now, I did do a video maybe a day or two ago, and I mentioned that my table was a little wobbly. That table is coming down, boys and girls. And I'm still within enough time to return it to get a refund, but I don't have to do that. That table is going to be in my trunk where it's going to stay. It's not heavy. It's nice and light. So it's gonna be nice. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that blessing. I said, and something kept saying something good is about to come, and I knew it. Oh my goodness, did you see that big old Wonka piece? But with the unit, this side over here has a cabinet shelf or something that faces this way. I want to try to figure out in my mind before it arrives how I can get it to turn this way, so that while I'm here, my stuff will be facing me because it's going to be on the wall. It's going to be a massive amount of space that's wasted. And it is on wheels, but I read it. The wheels do lock, but I'm not, no. And it has, it's 30 something wide, and then it has a piece that has cabinets and everything. You can turn it slanted this way, you can turn it underneath. It is a massive piece of beauty, but I don't know. I don't know who's gonna put it together, cause And being that I did purchase this food today with cash, I believe that was my leftovers from after I covered myself with my rent that was paid yesterday, and then my car insurance was paid today. But I don't care. If I don't have it to pay someone to do it for me, I'm just gonna get on that floor and bust it out. If I have to keep rubbing my hands because they hurt, I'm gonna keep rubbing my hands because they hurt. I'm gonna put a pain lotion on there. But one thing I cannot do is tighten the screwdriver. That I can't do. So and I don't want to make the mistake that I did before, asking a man to do it who doesn't know how to read and doesn't tell me, and then they try to do it based on what they see rather than manual. I didn't say anything to the man when he brought back my item that was broke, because he did what I just said he did. I didn't want to shame him or anything, and he just looked at me, and I know he was wondering if I was going to ask him for the money that I paid him, but I said no. Maybe I should have let him do it first and then bring it to me, but I told him, I said, you have a nice day, thank you. But I never asked him to put together anything else. I know sometimes we feel shame to tell certain things, but It's easier to say I can't do it, I don't have time, than to jack up something that belongs to someone. What if I had actually paid for that item? And matter of fact, I still have it, and the leg on the dresser can't tighten, but I every now and then just turn it around, and it's the rest of the unit sits on it. But I felt a certain type of way, having that type of stuff in my home. But I really like it, so I kept it. But I never asked him to do anything else. I like that. Mm-mm, nope. But Cora, thank you so much for that wonderful comments you left me this morning. And I think Nikki commented, thank you so much. I am so freaking happy, boys and girls. But I kid you not, no matter how happy a person say they are, it's really not easy to be happy when certain things just flood your mind. But today was a pretty good day. I rested. I did a lot of whatever I have to put the food away and clean up my dishes. But I may not even do dishes. I may just throw it in the dishwasher and let it wash. I washed two dishwasher loads already with just baking soda, and it came out so nice. And I was watching a video today, or in a group or something, and they were saying that people were saying that they put baking soda, and you go to the Dollar Tree, you get the chocolate mix, chocolate milk, and you take that one with sugar, and you mix it in with half and half of the chocolate and then the baking soda, and you throw it in your garbage and all these other places, and it's been getting rid of rodents. So I'm so thankful that I even read that, because I don't know where or how or whatever, but I've been putting baking soda in my garbage for a number of whatever. So matter of fact, I have to put some in that trash can there. But I went to take my garbage out a couple days ago, and before I even got to the garbage room, the smell was horrendous, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So one of the reasons why I put baking soda in my garbage is so at least when it comes from me to go in there and then downstairs, some type of relief will be given. But I'm gonna have to find somewhere outside to throw my garbage, because I said today I was so thankful that I didn't live around that corner, because that smell would get in my house. I would be real upset. But that thing in there is real foul. But hopefully something changes, because I wrote a letter to the real top, and I said it needs to be adjusted in the rules that baking soda goes in garbage. At least it would help the scent. When I went with my friend to his job, which was the trash people place, where you go, that place where they have the mound of garbage, I felt so bad, and it has changed me. That one day I went to his job, the garbage dump. It absolutely changed my outlook on how I throw my garbage out. I wash out, even that vegetable bag I have on my counter. I wash that bag out, because I said, I'm gonna use that bag. I said, can you imagine all the bags of fruit I have if I'm just dash that thing in the garbage? I said, no. I wash that bad boy out. If I have to ship something, I am going to put it in a vegetable bag, a fruit bag. Yes, I will. But oh, boys and girls, I think it's like 8 o'clock now. No. I'm not going crazy. That oven is on. I'm not going to see what oven on. I think this oven is on. Ooh. Oh my goodness gracious! How do you turn this stuff on? Oh yeah, that's on. Mm, 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 Oh, oh Lord have mercy. Mm. Uh, whew. But anyway, thank you so much. Um, have a wonderful night, boys and girls. And thank you so much for liking. Did you hear me? I said like. You want me to come over there? Then like.